This video, I'm doing my top 10 pains. Top 10 pains that could change your life. Change your life, affect your attitude. Before we go there, there's a couple movies online from my childhood that I think people should be aware of and should take the time to check out. That's Time Bandits. Time Bandits was a great movie. Not only was it great, it was also educational. You could learn stuff from it. The second one is Legend, one of Tom Cruise's first starring role movies. If you don't remember from the past, it's definitely worth a look. You won't be disappointed. Metaphysically, spiritually, it's up there. So these are my new purchases I just got this weekend. This is a little off topic. Buddha's Guide to Gratitude, Classical Mythology, Images and Insights. That's pretty good. I started reading that last night. And I started looking at this one this morning. Encyclopedia of Gods and Legends, Mythology. Woo! All that. But back on topic, my top 10, 11 pains. And I got my notes. So one pain is the difference between the generations right now. And everybody's kind of thrown into the pot together. I feel at my age, I deserve a lot of respect for making it. Many people don't make it. I'm not going to take no disrespect from nobody ever. But I can't deal with the young ones. I've just done too much. I love kids. I always try to help with kids. But I had to do a lot of hands-on and full-time with my own kids. So ain't nothing else left. I ain't got nothing else with nobody. I got to finish up what I'm doing. But it's hard that I used to listen to rap. I don't really listen to rap or whatever you want to call it anymore. But I'll listen to some classics every now and then. But the fact that we all supposedly kind of listen to the same music but still aren't able to connect is crazy. Yeah, each generation have different slang and stuff, but it's really almost impossible for me as a mature adult to be able to come down to that level. I mean, that's just a pain. It's just a pain. It's a pain from the way they drive and everything else. And maintain themselves how they were raised. That's one, really number 10 on my list, but that's one of the major pains. The pain between being right and wrong, the pain between winning and losing, the pain between being knowledgeable and ignorant, purpose and awareness. It's amazing how nobody really wants to be ignorant. At the end of the day, you call somebody stupid or, less than, and, they're going to pitch a fit and, maybe want to hurt you real bad. But do they take the time to be informed? Maybe they do, but they do it in their own time, and sometimes it just ain't fast enough. And it's painful. I don't like being wrong. Nobody does. So that's like number 9. That's like number 9 on my list of pains. Lower back pain. Lower back pain, shoulders, major pains. If you have those kind of pains, sometimes it's hard for you to even get up. Most of the time, if you have those kind of pains, though, you do kind of keep it to yourself. It is personal. You don't usually lash out at other people like for the other pains. So, like the pains with your privates and your glutes. Now, those pains, I feel it's natural. Not right. It's definitely wrong. But I feel it's natural when somebody is upset enough and they try to lash out, or they will lash out because every time they walk together, their butt is cutting into the other one, or their thighs are rubbing and making a fire, and it's sweating, and they got an odor or something because, them kind of pains, yeah, it definitely would affect your personality and the way you would deal with other people because you got something personal going on. But I don't think anybody's really aware of how messed up and painful it can be. And I do believe that it could change. I think it could stop a lot of people from even going to jail if they had a ritual besides you 18 and move out the house, or you 21 now you can be a drunk. You know, we don't have a lot of traditions here in the States, so pretty much our tradition is let's get a drink. Yeah, but now you know, drink is not for everybody. Drink can tear your body up. Drinking can cause you kidney pains, liver pains, you know. But the next one is thighs. That's number 5. That's right in the middle. So we halfway home. Thighs. If you don't stretch them and you don't take care of them, you can pull a hamstring. You don't want those kind of problems. You won't be able to walk for weeks to months. You definitely got to take care of those thighs and pay attention to the tensions and the problems that you might have. Calves is kind of further down the list, but if you don't take care of your legs from the feet on up, they say you definitely will age faster than you're supposed to. Calves, Achilles, shin splints. If you have those kind of pains, you're not gonna do any running or jumping. You can't do nothing that you once did in the past. You can forget about that and just, you know, kind of become. It affects you. If somebody say, let's go play basketball, you don't just say, hey, no. You probably say, hell no, because you're in that much pain, or you know how much pain you will endure physically because you're not capable. Your body is, you know, deteriorating. Foot pain, oh so serious. I don't know what kind of job you can have. Maybe you can have a sit-down job where you can like kind of shuffle to your desk and maybe sit down and not deal so much with your foot pain. But foot pain affects you in a lot of ways. There's a million bones in the foot. So you got your foot, you got your toes. You can break a toe and have a problem. You got ankle problems. But definitely will affect your attitude. It's nothing like having to get up and do some moving when you already hate moving, or you're already discomforted because your feet are bad, falling arches, and once again, your butt and to me, your mouth and butt kind of can go together because what you eat follows a list of sequence. So if you got a serious problem around that area, it'll affect what you eat because you don't want to eat so much, or you don't want to eat the wrong things, because as it goes through your system, it can put more stress and strain on an area that's already hurt and tender. And then when you look at other people who aren't having those kind of pains and aren't in similar situations, there's some animosity there. You might not think not, but believe you me, if it's a teenager, they bumping around and they don't have no problems and everything is hunky-dory in fantasy land, and you can barely do anything but eat soup on a hot day, it's already 100 degrees, and most of your food has to be liquid or something, it affects you and it affects your personality. So I say that to say, you know, I love everybody. I wish we could all be one. You know, I like getting along with people, but then when I get out here on this road and people are road raging and driving angry, you know, I consider things like this because I know these are very real situations. It happens. I've been through it, and I just thought that these things should be talked about and expressed. And this is where I'm at, where I'd rather have conversations on this subject other than where LeBron James gonna play basketball at 40 plus years old. That's all I'm saying. My top 10 pains.